Hey, what's up everybody? How you doing? Welcome back to Karpo Gaming and another Dark Alliance video. Now the game is just about to release, so I figure it's probably a good time to give you some starter tips and tricks that help you in your playthrough with Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance. Here's my ultimate starter guide. So if at any given time you found this video helpful or just a little bit entertaining, please by all means follow, like, subscribe on all social media platforms, but especially right here on YouTube. Helps these videos get out there in the YouTube algorithm and I'm able to give back more. Thanks for watching everybody. Now when it comes to Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance, there is quite a few things that I've picked up during my playthrough, and now I just want to share some tips, some tricks that help you. Let's start off with the difficulty. Now the difficulty settings range from Adventure, Hero, Guardian, Champion, Legend, and Ascend. Each increasingly are more difficult. You can liken your combat score to your power score like it is in Destiny 2. You can see it on the left hand corner of the screen. Now you want to get this power level up, but you also don't want to die, because if you do, well then you pretty much have lost time, lost progress. It is nothing worse than kicking ass all the way throughout the mission to get to an end boss and you can't defeat him. So just set the difficulty setting to low and beat the game. You can always come back to it when you're ready and do it at a higher level, because you're going to be doing this in order to get loot. And speaking of loot, there are these different rest spots along the way when you are playing D&D Dark Alliance. You have an opportunity to increase your loot rarity or take a rest. It's a yin and yang type of effect. As you can see right here on the right hand side, it goes all the way up to 3. Now this level that I just completed right here, it's a very low level, but I completed all of those different loot rarities and I got my first legendary. Doesn't happen all the time, but just keep that in mind. And speaking of loot, you actually can't equip none of this loot unless you are back at the base camp. So while you're out there gathering up all different type of loot, just know you're gonna have to complete that level. So you make sure, you go in knowing that you can complete the level. Just because your power level is at that level doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to beat that boss. Can be a little challenging. Now when you get back finally to base, you'll see that you have your loot. A whole bunch of different loot. Now this loot can only be equipped when you're here at the hub in the home base. All of these different loot items that you get, you're probably going to want to sell them. Don't. You might sell the lower level items, but each one of these item levels will boost up your power level, which will help increase you get more loot. So you don't want to just dismantle them all, because on top of that you have set bonuses. Set bonuses are acquired through each one of these different quote-unquote regions, these different bosses, right? All of these different acts in between have preferred gear drop set, as you can see right here. So if you're going after a specific gear set that you want to get after in form, well, this is how you're going to do it. Just remember, it says preferred gear set. It doesn't always exactly drop that gear set, but it does drop it quite often. Now, when it comes to these gear sets, you might say, well, why is it important? Let's have a look at this warden set that I have. I have a 2-set piece right now going, but I also have a sword. Pop on the sword, you see the 3-piece bonus is unlocked, 0.5 hit point regeneration per speed. This can go all the way up to 8 pieces. So it's extremely important for you to make sure that you just don't go randomly selling all your gear, because you're going to probably want to keep it to get those set bonuses, especially when you're at higher levels. Now when it comes to the loot, most of the loot is off the beaten path. If you see your arrow telling you to go in this direction to complete the main objective, go in the opposite direction. A lot of the gear, a lot of the side bosses drop fantastic loot, but it only can be acquired if you are exploring the world of Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance. Now that you're here and you're back at your base, let's talk about the merchant. One of the most important things that you can do when you're starting off is using your coin, your loot, to to get your recipes, upgrades. If you want to upgrade your health potion stamina, if you want to unlock different potions, elixirs that you can use to help boost your resistance, or give you a little bit of extra firepower, or give yourself some cooldown, well, this is the way to go. It only costs coin. After that, equip it to your usual slots, and you pretty much are good to go. This is probably one of the most important things that you can do starting off, is unlocking those different elixirs. Now, this can also be applied to your moves and your feats, all of which cost just gold. That's it, just coin. Now, your feats, your moves, some of these are locked behind your level, but you're still going to need your gold as well. So as soon as you have it and you have that level unlocked, use it. It is extremely important. And one of the most important things that I can tell you is under expertise, under feats, before you reach level 10, make sure you have all of these unlocked. You have to unlock one to get to the next one. The final one under this expertise slot to the right hand side is super important. Increase usable item capacity by 1. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but it is. One potion can separate yourself from winning and from dying a horrible death. So yeah, it's extremely important. As you can see, it definitely does work. It's extremely important. Do that as soon as possible. The same thing can be said for your feats. Now, of course, these are going to cost a little special points. You only can get one of these every time you level up. So it's extremely important because you really don't get no do-overs when it comes to your classes. So brings me to my next point. Some of these attributes points can actually be found inside of these missions. You just need to do a little bit exploring off the beaten path, like in this mission, which is the second mission that you're going to go on. Right up the elevator, there is this lovely little shrine. You just interact it and you're done. Just like that. Interact with it and you're going to get yourself an attribute point. Now, I already got this, so you can't just repeatedly come back and get endless amounts of attribute points, but you can do that. So keep an eye out for that. Now, another extremely important tip that I want to tell you before I get out of here is about your camera. Make sure you get your camera settings right, because it is super slow when you start off, and you want to have that comfortable camera setting so you can hack and slash and roll and dodge and prairie to your heart's content without really worrying about the camera, which is still, a little wonky. But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, my ultimate tips and tricks starter guide. Hope this helped you out. Right here at Karpo Gaming, I'm gonna upload a ton of videos for this game, so get ready. I have some cool videos coming out for Dungeons & Dragons Dark Alliance. But for right now, that's pretty much going to for the video. Hope you truly enjoyed it. Once again, if you are new to the channel, how you doing? And welcome. Don't forget to subscribe, because right here at Karpo Gaming, I upload a wide variety of videos ranging from updates, tips and tricks, guides and news, and a whole lot more. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Once again, thank you everybody for all your love and your support. And as always, I'll be seeing y'all in the next one. Later.